Hello guys, and welcome to the second episode of PokeArchives. I've taken a lot of the feedback from the first episode, hopefully, but I'm still in the process of kind of integrating it in, so bear with. And again, please leave any feedback in the comment section below that you feel needs to be said, or you can message me, or whatever you really want to do. And don't forget to leave your feedback with a like or a dislike. Right, so let's get this thing rolling. Ivysaur is Pokedex number 2 in the National and the Kanto Pokedexes, and also 232 in the Johto Pokedex. It's a seed Pokemon much like Bulbasaur, and is also Grass Poison type. Like Bulbasaur, its two abilities are Overgrow and Chlorophyll, with Chlorophyll being a hidden ability. Overgrow increases Ivysaur's power by 1.5 times when its health drops below a third, much like Bulbasaur. Chlorophyll, which is its hidden ability, which you can only get through the Pokemon Dream World and Global Link and such, it doubles Ivysaur's speed in sunlight, but again, like Bulbasaur, sunlight also doubles Fire's power, or increases Fire's power, so it's a bit of a compromise there. Ivysaur can't be found in any games, so the only way to actually find it or get it in your Pokedex is by evolving a Bulbasaur, which can be found in Red Blue, Fire Red, Leaf Green, Yellow, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. You can watch the previous episode if you want more information on that. Ivysaur's base stats are Health Points 16, Attack 62, Defense 63, Special Attack 80, Special Defense 80, Speed 60, giving it a total of 405. Ivysaur shares this total with a multitude of Pokemon, but more specifically evolutions of starter Pokemon, so you've got Bayleaf, Charmeleon, Grottle, Grovyle, Monferno, Ivysaur, that was helpful, Wartortle, etc., but also other Pokemon like Plusle, Pachirisu, and Haunter, so a good mix really there. On to EV yield. Defeating an Ivysaur will yield 1 special attack EV, much like Bulbasaur, but will also give you 1 special defense EV as well. If we look now at breeding, much like Bulbasaur, Ivysaur is in the monster and grass breeding groups, and it takes a minimum of 5,355 steps to hatch an egg, which will hatch into a Bulbasaur, so. If we look now at type effectiveness, we can see that Ivysaur is very weak to Flying, Fire, Psychic and Ice types, the same as Bulbasaur since they are the same type matching, and it is resistant to Fighting, Water, Grass and Electric type moves, so it's a mix really. It has no immunity, so it's nothing it's fully protected against. If we now look at Ivysaur's learn set from Generation 5, note here at first, I have only included the moves it learns after it evolves, or can evolve, as you know, getting a level 13 Ivysaur for example is impossible without using a cheating device, so I'm not going to include it since I do not approve of those users. Well, you know, that's another video. We have a learn set here, it's pretty much the same as Bulbasaur, except it has a Solar Beam now at level 44, and I think it learns Growth as well, which Bulbasaur does not learn, so, but unfortunately it doesn't learn Seed Bomb like Bulbasaur does, so it's a bit of a mix really. And now we have the list of TMs and HMs that Ivysaur can learn. We got stuff pretty much the same as Bulbasaur really, Venoshock, Sunny Day, Light Screen, Protect, loads of stuff there, Attract, Round, and its HMs it can learn are Cut and Strength, but also Rock Smash in previous games. Now the moves that Ivysaur can learn through breeding are exactly the same as Bulbasaur, since breeding an Ivysaur gets you a Bulbasaur. But we'll look at it again anyway. Got Grass Whistle, Endure, Giga Drain, Skull Bash, which is an interesting move to have on it, Nature Power for example, Petal Dance, even though Venusaur learns that anyway. And now if we look at the final set of moves, we have Tutoring here. Pretty much exactly the same as Bulbasaur, Grass Pledge, Giga Drain, Seed Bomb if you want to learn it that way instead of having to carry on with Bulbasaur. And now we're coming towards the end of this video, so all that's left for me to tell you is it evolves into Venusaur at level 32, which is different from all the other final evolutions of Kanto starters, as we mentioned in the trivia section right now. So going on to the trivia here, we have Ivysaur is the only second stage form of Generation 1 starter Pokemon that evolve at level 32. Charmeleon and Wartortle evolve at level 36, so it's a bit of a difference there. If you want a nice strong Pokemon early on, or earlier than normal, you can just choose your Bulbasaur. Now here's a very interesting one. Ivysaur is the only Generation 1 Pokemon whose name begins with an I. There are no others, out of 151. there are, what, 27 letters in the alphabet? That's a random guess, 26 maybe, I'm not sure. Out of 151, only one Pokemon has an I in it. That's very interesting. And Ivysaur is the only second stage form of Kanto starter Pokemon that aren't seen under the ownership of a main character. For example, May does have a Bulbasaur, and it evolves to a Venusaur, but you never see it on screen as an Ivysaur, and there are no other main characters that have it. So it's the only one out of Charmeleon, Ivysaur and Wartortle that aren't seen under the ownership of main characters, so that's very interesting, that, really. And so concludes the second episode of PokeArchives. If you've managed to last this long into the video, I just want to say, to clear up anything you have thought about or whatever, I'm going to be doing this series in Pokedex order, unlike Pokemon Origins. Just because with Pokemon Origins I felt that people might get annoyed if they had to wait, you know, weeks and months for certain Pokemon to come out, whereas this series is going to be less about actually waiting, just more of a making a full comprehensive guide on every single Pokemon. So yeah, glad to clear that up. As I said at the start, leave your feedback in the comment section below or use a like or dislike button. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you next time. Goodbye.